Hey. Welcome in. This is Ru. Amin, with Tru Wit Ru. And welcome back. This is episode 2. We had episode 1 2 weeks ago with Amin, and we are back with 2 new guests, 2 amazing new people. I want to attempt to introduce them, but I just feel like their introduction is too broad for me to even try to narrow it down. So with us today, we have the amazing Dr. CaSandra Vaughn. We can call her Dr. Cass today. She goes by many names, as well as we have franchise J Claxton. You may also know him as DJ J Claxton. So,
What's up?
what's up with you? How you feeling? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Reached out.
Okay.
And I'm like, it's rude. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we got a new family, so we got to make sure our family good.
For sure.
Good.
Okay, I bet you love it.
We're the family for real.
Right. I feel that. You know, take this things. I'm not even going to say to you.
Get out of my refrigerator.
I ain't been a refrigerator. I'm just so.
That's what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with y'all? So, like I said, I can't even give y'all introduction. So, I want y'all to introduce yourselves. What do y'all do? Well, I want to start. Let's start with the one. Okay, I got it. Not a humble servant of God, just reason to win these, nice awards. I'm saying.
Rest around here. And, it's a blessing to be here with you. It's a blessing, period. Being with your folks and your family. Our daughters here.
Okay, what's up, Jay?
And I want to try to make sure that I don't turn around and start interviewing you because
Because unfortunately, right. I don't know speeches. You can see that because I'll tag him. Okay. What he will do is he will take over. Right, myself.
So I don't want to do that.
Got you.
So I want to play my position.
I appreciate that. As the interview be, it would be? Yeah. Yes. So you'll just play your role. You sure about that? If not, I'm going to keep it in the place of that. I'm going to get class and I'm going to go get tapping real quick. Can't do
Shit time.
We'll see.
Sometimes leave me alone. I'm locked in.
That's funny.
Your initial question is
Tell us your favorite with her.
living personality.
My ADHD is working because I just saw Fame come out. I was going to say, we don't Fame.
Sorry,
I'm still trying to learn that news.
TV personality.
Okay.
Entrepreneur.
Okay. Yeah, just shout it out. Yeah, I need to let people know.
So, shoot radio for 18 years.
Okay.
Maybe a year and a half before I was paid.
Gotcha.
So I don't necessarily count that. Been DJing for a long time. And, DJ fan of my name because I feel like
So we're that because of the clients. She's the right. He is
you've been around, you've seen me out,
right.
and it's a tad bit different because I'm a performer.
Right.
This is a performance,
Okay.
not just playing some music. I don't mean a host or a hype band.
I just want to mention how humble this man is. When I first met him on set, because they kept calling him, Jay Claxton, and I know him from the radio. Like, I grew up listening to him.
Right.
So I walked up to him, I don't know if you remember, at the club scene, and I was just like, can I ask you a question? I've been wanting to ask you, are you DJ Claxton? He's like, I'm just singing. I don't really like to be on. He was so humble, and like I really appreciate that about you. Even though you the one of the club scenes on Win the Walls.
Moved down there.
What's it called? Annex.
In my mind, I knew where. I was asking.
Oh, no, it was one of the parties that we had, not the scene.
Yeah, it was like, I was gonna say, oh my God.
Yeah, Mama Jones was in that one of the clubs.
See, that was months later.
No. Yeah, no. It was one of the free parties that we kind of had.
Gotcha.
And he was just so humble. He was like, I am, but I was like starstruck, if I'm being honest.
I appreciate it.
I said, Jay Claxton.
You know what though?
You starstruck.
Was.
Yeah.
But she gets to it.
Right.
No, but real talk, because I want to introduce her.
Right.
Can I introduce you?
Yeah, so I mean, sure.
Go to the garage. I don't need to have now. I don't have one. Oh, I got you.
But no,
It's for people.
this is the thing. And I don't know, like I feel like I was a cool kid.
Okay.
cool dude growing up, so I ain't had.
And had a lot of friends.
No, I'm not saying.
If I keep saying me look back, I'm looking back at Tyler J.
Right. She's looking back at her.
She is okay. She ain't paying you out of attention.
Hey, joke. Hey, joke.
Joking.
But let's not talk. So I'm gonna get to it. Yeah, like I ain't striving for attention. I'm not
Right.
my chest and say what I've done. The only way I will do that is if you try to throw a dart at me. If you throw a dart at me or you try to act like I didn't do what I did, then
I get that.
What's your sign? Y'all Scorpios. Scorpios, right?
then I'll tell you. I'll say
My sign is a Scorpio. Y'all sign.
Actually, all three of us are Scorpio.
Oh, wow. Okay. A house full of Scorpios.
I'll press the button.
Okay.
And then I know that, if you thrown a dart 9 times out of 10, your career wasn't mine.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like you ain't doing shit if you ain't got haters and people ain't, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's facts.
Couldn't be
You
me.
know what I'm saying? So, but this lovely lady next to me, my fiance, super smart, intelligent, very pinpoint, accurate. This was the whole reason why we even got together because I needed some help. And if you can hear the sound of my voice, if you don't learn nothing else, is definitely be accountable and transparent for your own career.
Right.
And I know what I did do well, and I knew that I was at a ceiling. I was like, yo, it's got to be bigger than Baltimore for me. Like, I can't it's got to be bigger. So, I sought out this young lady. She has put together a whole bunch of stuff. She wrote season 3, 4, 5 for David Simon The Wire.
Okay.
She started at WBAL back in the day, so she has a TV background. Also several degrees, a bachelor's, master's, doctorate, Coppin State.
Okay, that's my alma mater. Let's go.
Howard University.
That's you?
And has
We're not going between us, sir. We live in the state that the college is at.
Temple, right?
Okay.
And
Where did you get your doctorate at? Was that
HU?
HU? Okay.
So I mean, she is worked BT work BT Awards. Loving hip hop. She built the headphone brand for
Inferiors.
somebody. Okay, so I guess the non-disclosure's up. So she built Incredibles for Nick Cannon. So she has a bunch of stuff under her belt. So that's why I sort out Dr. Cass.
Right.
That's what.
Y'all meet. Do y'all share that story?
So honestly, we had met years ago. So my best friend is the guy who hired him initially in radio, but that's not how we met. We met by another close friend of mine who at the time she was APD or was she PD?
She was PD.
Okay.
That's not how we met.
And that's not how we met either.
Right.
So we ain't trying to go back. No, I just go back to the story. She did meet that day.
Okay.
I denies it.
Well, I don't remember this. I'm DJing. I got a crowd full of people.
Right. So nobody knows.
Oh.
So nobody knows. You just blurted out. Again, you cannot. See?
Oh yeah.
Right. No. And so then, now, 10, almost 11 years ago.
Okay.
Right. How do I know how long ago it was? Because this beautiful young lady who was with us was 3. And my son was however old he was.
Right.
I can't remember. But they went to the same school.
Okay.
And one day, he was picking her up, and I came up to the school.
Oh, your son and his daughter went to the same school.
My son and Tyler J went to the same school. And one day he came to pick her up. And I spoke, and he was like, "Hey, I need to talk to you." It's like, okay. And then, as the story goes, because I don't really want to go down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
As the story goes, he said he needed help. I reached out to some people who knew him because I told him no initially, and they told me to work with him. And then the rest is history.
Okay. Did y'all know who each other was? Like,
So we
know,
right.
Because we always be like, "Oh, look, she's in front of the camera." I've been in front of the camera for 32 years.
Okay.
But I'm not, my personality, I really am an introvert.
Mm-hmm.
So my personality is not Jay's. Jay's been behind the mic and in front of the camera, and he really is a people person. I'm not so much, you know, and I admit to it.
My sister, she loves me, guys, but go ahead.
Now, she's very nice on this podcast. However, and you know, he is so much of a people person. I've come out my shell a lot.
You have. I've noticed that.
But so we knew because we were in the same industry.
Okay.
He had watched me help others excel. And I didn't know that.
Right.
Until he told me.
Okay.
And when he told me, I was like, oh, yeah, I did do that. I did do that. I did that too. Oh, you really have been paying attention, right? Because I knew who he was. He's the infamous franchise.
Right.
You know, like on fire. So I knew who he was.
Okay.
You know, and then, of course, my best friend hired him. And so I knew exactly who he was. I knew how talented he was. And I remember the first conversation that we had about business. I said to him, I said, the only way I can work with you is if I believe in you, and you are very talented. And I gave him, it was facts though. And I gave him a list of all of the reasons why I felt like he was so talented and why he should no longer be in Baltimore. Because, and we're not talking almost, 13 years ago, Spans on fire and really doing a lot of stuff that people here weren't doing. People who are here now just starting to do things that he's done. Right?
Still haven't done. I mean,
Still haven't done, right?
City tour. I'm hosting with, Charlemagne. Charlemagne's number is still in my phone. You know what I'm saying?
Brand ambassador. Like so to answer the question, that's how we got together. He said, hey, I need help. Will you help me? No, I'm not helping you. And then my best friend was like, no, he don't belong in Baltimore. Like, you can give him what he needs to take the next step.
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, it ain't been a bad journey.
Right. And with anything, man, you gotta love the process. See, that's the thing. A lot of times, unfortunately, because of the phones that we got in our pocket and y'all recording from, a lot of times everybody wants to
my phone.
think it's easy or they want instant gratification. Like if you really notice now, everything's instant gratification.
Right.
For sure. I want to go to the store.
I want to see the process. They just want
It's not real, so it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall over. This is a process. You start your podcast, it's a process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is 5 years in the making.
You know what I mean? Right.
5 years in the making.
You have to love the process.
Right, exactly.
You don't love the process.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta fall in love with the process.
Pretty much.
And when you trip, stumble, fell, whatever, and got
you
to
gotta get back up.
You felt like you didn't even feel like going.
Exactly.
You just gotta keep going.
Exactly. You gotta keep pushing.
That part.
And we push each other.
Okay.
We're very competitive. Actually, our whole household is very whole household is very competitive.
Leave it.
And so we push each other, but we push our kids for greatness.
Right.
And I'm a little bit more stern than he is. Jay the easygoing one. I'm like, no, we need to do boom, 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 boom.
Because what I'm you gotta get correct. I'm not trying to embarrass you.
You know what I mean?
Me playing like back in the day, like my coaches were talking me crazy.
Right.
Call me all kinds of names.
Right.
Football and basketball. Okay. I'm just saying that what they said to me now, they couldn't say.
Oh my God.
My cat.
To me, as a basketball player, man.
Which, to be honest with you, I think we're way too sensitive at this point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Let's live in our truth, and let's stop. I'm just trying to motivate you to be great. This is not. Stop taking your feelings out. Get out your emotions.
Definitely. And see,
you know what I'm saying?
Jay's politically correct. There's nothing about me that is political or correct. Like,
elaborate.
For me, if it comes up, it comes out. Because I'm a straight shooter. And to a fault, I mean, I don't care. Because I feel like this. Either I tell you or somebody else going to tell you.
True.
You rather me tell you or you want me to talk behind your back? I'm not going to talk about your back because I don't care about you that much.
Right. Exactly.
I will,
But we were. I felt like she was definitely good with the cast of When the Walls Come Tumbling Down.
Okay.
Like she was.
Working cast.
Wait, what is When the Walls Come Tumbling Down? I need y'all to.
Well, When the Walls Come Tumbling Down is a series that has
Day in my life.
created and produced
Okay.
on franchise TV. So make sure you go to your app store, wherever you download your apps, and download and register.
And subscribe. You gotta subscribe.
Right, like it says register technically.
Okay.
So I'm
She went to me.
talking layman's terms,
Right.
right?
And I want you to that as well for any viewers that are
Registered. Franchise TV.
franchise.
Let me ask you a question. Where is Franchise TV located?
It is located on
How many platforms?
on your app store. Finish. Let me get it out. You know what I'm saying? Your app store, Google Play. It is on Roku. It is on Fire Stick. It is on Apple TV.
It's everywhere.
It is literally everywhere. You have no reason not to have the franchise TV app.
Shit, how much is it?
Free.
I ain't got no excuse.
It's better about that.
Right.
It's about that.
And wait a minute, I'm sorry. How many people do we reach globally?
You know the numbers.
605 million.
Okay. 5 million. That's dope.
But black couple,
Right.
you know, have our own streaming podcast.
Okay.
And you should really
Like gender, but
no. She's
Mm-hmm.
I'm not cussing on your podcast.
that's why I told her. She asked me to come. I said, as long as she cool with cuss words.
Yeah, she's a nigga.
I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm saying, we cuss here.
But no, real talk, man. You have no reason not to have it.
Right.
And you get to see When the Walls Come Tumbling Down. You can see how great of an actor you are. See what this beautiful young lady wrote and created. And you know, just support it. It's awesome.
What's the walls about?
So, The Walls Come Tumbling Down is 20 years after the kids' season on The Wire, basically. It's, where's everybody at now, right?
Got you.
So, it's reenactment, you know, or what my imagination told me that these kids are, right?
Okay.
With that said, now you see the kids as adults. You see their parents, and you see how they battle through the city streets of Baltimore, you know, and how when the walls come tumbling down, basically is don't forget where you came from,
Right.
because those walls will come crashing down if you forget.
Right.
And it was a grief project, actually.
Okay.
It was written after the passing of my dad.
My condolences.
Thank you. Which was something that I had to redirect my energy.
Okay.
So I decided to go back to where I came from, and I was writing. And then I wrote it and started talking to him about it.
Okay.
And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." And then as I'm telling him about it, he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And interesting enough, he was there for every single shoot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But he did not know what was going to happen. So now he's watching it like this. And I was like, uh-oh.
So, I mean, yeah, you know,
right.
I didn't know how.
So you're going to piece it together. Yeah, it's different when you see the final
So
cut.
sometimes I think now he'd be looking at me like she may be a little crazy.
Yeah, I mentioned how she comes up with her ideas. The highway story is all mine.
You know what? Oh, we come in, you know, through the tunnel.
Right.
We cross at 395. Oh, that's it right there. What you talking about? The incinerator. So when you watch When the Walls Come Tumbling Down and you hear Ru, which is Mama John would say,
people to the
send somebody to the sin. For the incinerator.
Right.
And I've actually been in that incinerator before, like not in because I'm here. It's hot. It's I'm telling you.
So there's a crematory where you take a person. You can't take the person to the incinerator. Yeah. I've been there because when I worked at Channel 11, unfortunately, a young lady, her boyfriend took her to the incinerator. Well, packed her up and when they took the trash to burn it, her body was in it and she was incinerated. I don't think it was her teeth, so I went down there for the story. No, I'm sorry.
Not Ricky's. So that's her ideas for, I'm sure. Because
It's come from all of the people that live up here.
see, you be trigger happy though. Every episode, I'm like, am I dying this episode? Please don't kill me.
Don't give me no idea.
Exactly.
Don't give me no idea.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. So y'all download, subscribe, Franchise TV. It is free. Y'all don't have no excuse. You can find it anywhere on your app. All right.
Go right to your app store.
Right to your app store.
Do that on your phone, and then go to your TV and do it, and then just put your credentials in.
Right.
And us as grown folks, we really watch stuff on TV.
Pretty much.
Like I'm only looking at my phone if I'm mobile.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in the house, TV or whatever, that's what we're gonna do.
Exactly. And real quick, I want to plug my sponsors. I don't want to forget my sponsors. So my first sponsor is Bianca Studio. As y'all see this beautiful studio that we are at.
Good job. Of course, Bianca.
I'm right. That part.
About Bianca.
Okay.
I know, Jay. We may take some of this off.
Right. Everybody always trying to steal out Bianca's studio.
My eyes on some stuff.
Right. Hey.
Distracting my guy.
That's funny. Shout out Bianca.
Park High Streets.
Hey, okay. It's Park Heights for me. Mm-hmm. So shout out Bianca Studio. She's behind the camera right now. Y'all used to seeing her up front, but shout out Bianca Studio as well as my newest sponsor, which is Street Corner Fashions. Shout out to Street Corner Fashions. I don't know if y'all can see my jacket on my chair, but if you follow my page, I am now their new brand ambassador. So I'm excited for that new journey in my life. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So shout out Street Corner.
You bought them the Applebee's on Monday.
Yep, they got the
you and you and Duke.
Right.
Bought them.
Duke bought
it? Yeah, DJ Duke. Yeah, because it was on their show on Monday.
He called and was like, yo, everybody passed.
For sure.
They did, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
And the whole show.
So we were on his
show. On his show, and then he invited us out to Applebee's. So yeah.
So it was nice.
Yeah, so it's nice. They were like, shouting us out at the times, of course, and everything. So I appreciate you for showing us love. Sure.
I like that's what I love.
Right. Right. He was like, Ruth, just text me whatever your name is, and I got you. I'm gonna shout y'all out. So yeah, I appreciate that.
Easy.
I appreciate you too.
Aww.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So my next question is, so I see y'all move a lot as a unit, as a couple. What advice would you have people who are kind of struggling to move as a unit? What would you tell them?
You want to go?
You want
me to go?
You know what?
Can I go first? Because I feel like you're going to be long.
You definitely be getting them speeches. Go ahead. You can go first. Ladies first.
I'm going to be honest with you. We work well because besides everything else, we're friends.
Okay.
And we really have a good time with each other. And we really have a good time with our family.
Right.
It's like, we would, honestly...
I've been going shopping with them.
Yeah, I've been going shopping.
Shopping? No, not with a brand. Okay. We don't know. That's just not all that. Okay.
This one was...
If we get right. And how together? 5. It's 5, right? Okay.
It got to be individual. It can't
be
one. And so for us, like, again, never ever. We actually have been in therapy because we went out with all of them like a month ago. It was dang.
I mean, we were in the mall for about 15 minutes, and it was so I said, "What's doing to her?"
Right.
She was looking, and when I got to her, she like, "We ain't never doing this no more." I said, "I was thinking the same thing."
Doses, like
I was never saying
that's funny.
But when we just went yeah, but we having fun. One of us cool.
I know, Tyler. What you thinking over there?
No, she fine. She was able to all the talking to everybody.
Right.
No, I was talking about when she's trying to close now. Like she's 13. What you gonna do when she got her first date?
Never. What?
Right.
She need a DJ.
Snap.
Applebee's or something.
I'm not. He's not important. He's not talk. I'm not gonna allow it.
You gonna come over?
That she know I got her
Take
back.
her to the garage and have a conversation.
I got her back. She know better.
Y'all are hilarious.
So he's so dead. He's so dead. Hey, that's crazy. What makes us work a lot, like I was saying, is that we're friends and we enjoy each other.
Okay.
Like, we would rather be with each other than out in the streets.
Okay.
We go out in the streets because we have to.
Right.
But not because we necessarily want to. We have everything in the house that we need.
Which is a blessing.
Right. God has blessed us.
We are so blessed.
God has blessed us
We're
tremendously. And like, we're partners in crime. You know, he knows if he rocking and rolling, and vice versa. And he knows that if we're together, he don't never have to worry about his back, because my head be on the swivel all the time. You know.
Right.
And as protective as he is of us as a unit, and as us as the head of our family, I am extremely protective of him.
Okay. I can tell.
And probably outside of our kids, it's probably the only thing that I fight about.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Man,
Franchise, what you got?
You have to be friends.
Okay.
It is no way. And that's why you see so many breakups,
don't work.
divorces, all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's get the other stuff, the superficial stuff. Right. None of that. You know what I mean? Like, you really need to be friends first.
Thanks.
And take your time and let it naturally come together.
Right.
Because really, when you think about it, the pandemic, a bunch of people broke up.
Yep. They had to be around each other. They had to be home and all that.
So guess what?
It's like that.
Right.
Guys, we became strong.
Closer.
That's good.
Despite some trials and tribulations
right.
through it. You know what I'm saying? Loss of a deal because bad decision I made. You know what I'm saying? But after that, it's not lingering.
Right.
You're gonna deal with the situation
and keep it
moving. I can't go to court.
Right.
Even though I end up having to go to court for 5 million times for one thing. But we can't. Once we deal with it, and we move on. We actually became closer. We became closer with our kids because of that. When you think about relationships, they was breaking up because you went to work, they went to work. They might have been home for a little bit. Then they went to sleep. They got stopped back over. Okay. You was with them every day for days and weeks and months and now
that's how to look at
it. Now you just
yes, that was
Yeah, now you see how Johnny really acts.
Yep.
Well, I teach y'all.
Oh, we loved it. As a teacher, I loved it. I was like, now these parents get to see their kids throughout the day. You're like, there you go.
Right. So be friends.
Right. But y'all both said the same thing. Like, I told you gotta get power couple. Like, I'm just saying, y'all both said be friends first, and I think that is very important. I feel like I've been married and divorced twice, and I feel like I was never friends with either one of my husbands. Like, I feel like I never started as friends. It was just, oh, you're here, I'm here, but
because you gotta think about it like this: when everything else passes, what do you have? Right?
True.
Literally, and the reason why I'm sounding like my name is Corey instead of Cass today is because I'm just coming out of having walking pneumonia, right?
Aww.
And literally, literally on but that was such a fake. Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No, she pushed it. She did.
She at Applebee's. He was like, she a little under the weather.
And literally, if it hadn't been for him, like he'd tell you, like he would. We have a chair in our room, and I was laying in the bed, and I remember screaming out, "Jay, my body hurts so bad. I can't take this no more." And he's going to the store. Babe, I don't mean to call you, but should I get you this or should I get you that?
Right.
I used to tell people when they asked about us, how did we work so well, right? So the Bible says that God took the rib to make Eve, right? So I tell people all the time, I'm his rib, but he's my spine. And think about it, the ribs and spine can't work.
Right.
And so literally, like last week, like that's the test of time,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And I was sick,
Right.
sick, and I've never been our entire relationship. I've never been that ill,
Hmm.
except for once when I was going through chemo, but never from a cold or anything like that.
Right.
And he was just like, "I got you." I
Mm.
got you. Okay, babe, I got you. What you mean? I got, and if he had to run out 11 times, he ran out
Right,
50, 11
right.
times.
Food was getting cold. I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to eat my little slice of pizza.
Right.
But I need to go because it wasn't, nobody else was gonna be able to go.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else drives in the house. So,
I love that.
no, I'm not talking
No.
about you were sick. So nobody else drove in the house.
Got you.
Listen, be friends, man.
So start with
Be
being friends
friends.
first. Be friends. So we are about to wrap it up. Actually, I just want to know what projects do you all have coming up next? I know it's a lot.
Let's be real clear. Yeah, she only wants to know because she wants to know she's casted on.
Yeah. Well, I know I didn't die. I do know that as of now. But no, I want to know what y'all got coming up,
Did
things
die?
like that.
Or did you? Or did you kill your
I
son?
have.
Or did you
Right.
kill
Did
your
I kill
son?
my son? Now she got me killing my son. Y'all season 2.
You should have watched it. And
I get nervous every time she hand me a script. I'm like, am I live? Am I trying?
real talk. So again,
Did you kill your son?
sponsor Bianca, right? Shout out to you and what
Shout out
you've
Bianca
been-
Studios.
you've been able to build.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shout out.
just it made me kind of segue into make sure you just do it yourself. You know that at the end of the day, we had some folks, you were there,
Mm-hmm.
that, in the beginning there.
It's so hard to some throwback pictures.
No, I mean, and we had to literally now
Mm-hmm.
be able to be fully self-contained.
Exactly.
Yeah, and self-contained and self-sufficient.
No.
At the end of the day,
Something because you did want us to be contained.
you can't really depend on, unfortunately, can't depend on other people. They're not gonna put into your project
Right.
what you feel like should be put in your project.
Fact.
Like, I mean, listen, I'm gonna be honest, and you can put this on and use this as a clip, right? No, you can use this as a clip. We had 25 people, basically 26, and when the walls come tumbling down.
Okay.
I can name on my hand 5 people that really pushed their project for it to be.
It's one of those.
Excuse me. You can. We're ignoring her.
I want to know what you want. DJ. Thank you.
Because I can only name 3.
Yeah. We wanted to pick right now.
You know who really is.
I'm saying, pushing the project. I interviewed with more pod, and I definitely pushed the project. I'm gonna push it everywhere.
I watched.
I appreciate it.
At the end of the day,
I'm not gonna lie. I was sick.
Sick of that.
Still love it. At the end of the day, if I'm in something,
Right.
I'm like I'm in, and even if it's 1, 2 people,
Exactly. That goes with everything.
they don't know that it registered
Right.
to, so you can see. That's on. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you were live.
She's also a DJ, y'all.
How do you not do that?
Right.
Listen, we put y'all in this. We picked you. You should
Exactly.
be.
The least you can do is promote it. Like,
But what happens is,
okay.
Because everybody wants instant gratification, and if you don't think that this is going to the moon right then and there,
Right.
you giving half-ass effort.
That part.
When it goes to the moon, you won't take the trip.
Mm-hmm.
To outer
Yeah,
space.
that capsule don't go with me.
You won't take the trip. I'm saying, but you think that I would pass you again if you half-ass did something you didn't promote?
Right. That's it.
Why would I do it?
I was talking to Cass the other day, and I was like, it's literally post, and I'll tag almost every cast member. They won't even hit the repost. Like, it takes nothing to hit the fucking repost button. Like,
listen, I mean,
I'm gonna pull both of you all back in.
Okay.
So currently we're casting for 2.
Great go.
I know
he was. We both was.
They ain't able to call my phone.
Right.
So I'm going to bring them back.
Go ahead.
No,
You ready?
No.
Bring us back in. Because me and Jay, we not learning about that.
I remember where I came from. Right.
Yeah, but yes, what's coming up next? So you want to get the
1-5. Really. Okay. 1 second. Recently I wrote a comedy called Lo and Behold.
Okay.
I'm not telling Ruth that's about because she really messed me up. And then I have Tiger's World, which of course, who I mean is in.
I got that one there.
And that's just a spin-off of When the Walls Come Tumbling Down.
Okay.
The goal is to have a spin-off of all 5 of the main characters. Which
Is Mama Jones the main character?
I don't know. Is she?
She's not Bobby Dick. Right. Kill me off on the show. I just want to make that clear, everybody.
I know if she's not. And then, so if everybody remembers Trapped in the Closet from
We got another project working. That's the one coming out.
I want y'all to shout out what is it, 1107 as well. But finish with that.
Never mind.
I'm just confused. Got you.
Right.
So go ahead, finish with that, and then I want y'all to tell me everything about what's on.
And basically, so we have something like that happening as well. On Franchise TV, we have Sweet 1105, which is a dance party where we have various DJs come in, top DJs come in, and it's just intimate. It's exclusive event it's only for max 10, right?
Right.
And it's exclusive, invite only. Then we also have In My Bag, which I really love. In My Bag. In My Bag is basically Jay speaking to different influencers, celebrities about being in his bag, right? So we talk to Master P, we talk to Roxanne Shante, we talk to Pastor Jamal Bryant, we talk to Cosmic Cab.
So, and if you're unfamiliar with Cosmic Cab, he is Philly.
Yeah.
He is Philly radio. I was on the radio 18 years. He was on the radio when I was in high school. So he got on Power 99 in 92.
Okay.
And here's the reason why Meek was able to get
Meek as in Meek Mills?
Yes.
Okay.
Was the reason why he pushed that envelope. He was the one that hooked him up with Ross. Ross came to the station. He come to the station. He was the one. Like he's that guy.
We also have which actually started our brand together. Love Business on Lock.
Got you.
Love Business on Lock is real simple. We love each other. We're in business and we have it on lock. And so
I like
that came actually out of the pandemic.
Okay.
And as a result of when we were casted for OWN Network several years ago.
Okay.
And what we decided to do was to talk to our celebrity friends. So everybody from Candace Dillard and Chris from Real Housewives of Potomac to God rest her soul, but one of my closest friends in the world, Tracy Braxton and her husband, April Parker Jones and her husband. And if you don't know who April Parker Jones is, she played Will's mom on Bel Air.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so that's what we have. Jay has been pushing for a cooking show. I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
No, the lady can cook. We got a decent looking.
The same person cooking, or different people coming in to cook.
So
what's your
she can spin it however she needs to spin it, but she can cook, right?
Okay.
My daughter's a foodie. My daughter love her cooking, right?
Okay.
She can cook, so let's just do it. We got a decent kitchen, so it looks.
Behind us.
It looks aesthetically good. So why not? Like at this point, we need content and content creators. If you have decent content.
Content at the Franchise TV.
Yeah. Comments as well. I'm gonna put everything.
You need someplace other than just YouTube.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Then please hit us.
And very important, which just actually happened this morning. We are both now part of the Independent Filmmakers Guild of America. Already called the Writers Guild of America.
Got you.
Franchise Entertainment is under that
Okay.
envelope as well.
That's dope. See, I got a lot coming up. That's why I said,
Look, listen, I gotta go. There should be no idle time.
right, exactly.
I don't even feel like I go hard enough.
Really?
And I go
Yeah.
hard.
That's, I'm saying you go hard as I don't know what.
And I'm mad because I feel like I've been
Yeah.
physically beat.
Hard working. Every time book you should like, are you busy this day, that? Always working.
I'm just being that's
vacation.
Right.
that's the blessing and like it is. This is not built for everybody. It's a sacrifice. It is time. That's why I cherish the time with the family now.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was, being on the radio and holidays. Holidays will be, Thanksgiving will go feed the homeless.
Okay.
Go home, take a shower, change my clothes, go to the radio, stop at my grandmother's, hug everybody, get a plate, leave, stop at my aunt's, say hi to that side of the family, to the club. You know what I mean? It's and that's part of it. So
I know that's
a
what we didn't
sacrifice.
say,
Right.
because you said something about feeding the homeless. We do also do a lot of community engagement.
Okay.
Like
That's
we do a lot of work.
Like giving back community engagement or as well? Okay.
Yeah, we were on the board at Sinai Hospital.
That's what's up.
We were on the board at Mount
Washington.
Center. We've done
Backpackers.
so we did backpack drives, and then I was telling her, I said we gotta put the sneakers in because everybody gets backpack and some notebooks and some
like giving away shoes.
What happens is you're not getting made fun of.
Right.
You get
shoes.
Yeah, you get that shoes you go look like.
You know shoes out.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you might not go to school. You might have
shoe off. It would be Tru Wit Ru. I'm just saying. I'm looking like
but I'm saying, like, really think about that. Like, you're not because you're not looking better. Jordan, because of the sneakers.
Sending me $400 shoes, $500 shoes. Don't spend that much. Wait, like, mommy, I want these new $600, $700. I'm like, yeah, we're going that high, baby. You gotta wait till I get a little bit, now.
That's what we're talking about.
What you talking about? Someone the newest Yeezys, newest Nikes, newest Jordans, all that.
So that's
okay. So no such thing as knockoff. I don't know if you've paid attention to what's going on.
exactly.
All come out the same thing.
That he's right. The Shanks makes the
right. The top edge on, they come out the same thing.
What makes them different then?
Because they are not bonded by a Louis Vuitton. That's it.
Talk now. It's
And well,
we even have to. You know what I mean? You go get some Christian Dior,
right.
Some Pradas or what. So I'm really like, because of these tariffs, it's like China now. Now they letting it all out.
China, like, look, let me tell y'all the real story. Nobody said, I'm going to Wabash and got money on bags. Going to Wabash. I'm coming to see you.
What is Wabash? Because everybody might not know what Wabash is. They
can't tell them. You ain't tell them.
Oh, what? Secret. It's not.
You don't need to know. That's my business.
Take my stuff. So yeah, that's what it means.
Just know.
Just know.
That Little Black, Little Earl might be selling.
Right.
It's probably it's now the same.
Got you.
Factory. You know what I'm saying? You do with that information. Which
while we on fashion, I want you to. I see you with the franchise. Can you tell us a little bit about what's over there?
Franchise clothing. It is our clothing line. It was something that when we first actually started working together. She asked me about some things I wanted to do.
Okay.
And fashion was always something because I always felt like I dressed and always dressed nice, and that was something I wanted to do. So we start putting it together. The bad part now is because we are taking a fast from Target. A lot of my blanks came from Target.
Okay.
So I got to find someplace else to get my blanks.
Right.
I can just run to the store and get that are quality.
Right.
That are quality. Because I could go to the little, store around the corner, get a blank. But then if you take the sweatshirt off, you got the link in your hand.
And how would they order it?
So all I got to do is to franchise TV.
Okay.
What do you mean? At the bottom.
If you look at the bottom of the, especially on your phone, it says TV, says store, and radio will be up by next week. Monday is like that.
That's that deadline. So what made you take the vows out? Franchise.
So my guy who ended up shooting one of my best performances when I did Light City, right?
Okay.
The guy by the name of Joe. Joe was working on some stuff, and I was telling him like, "Yo, I'm doing."
And Joe is amazing.
I'm doing my own program.
He works with Ashanti and
With Ja Rule.
Ashanti.
And you know,
that's great.
Joe, if you seen if you follow me at J Claxton, I just posted for 410 day.
Okay.
When I did Light City, performed at Light City.
Last year's Light City?
No.
Light City had been around what?
In 4 years.
5-6 years.
Okay.
Seemed like somewhere along that. Right.
Actually, right before the pandemic.
They had Take Cobain, pop out, and do Bike Road. Bike Road was still, crazy. I had TSU.
I was a background dancer.
TSU. Long story short, though, all of that stuff, we have everything literally on franchise, on franchise TV. But with the clothing line, I just wanted to make sure that I had an opportunity to wear my own stuff. I can, And then Joe made the suggestion to take the vows out.
Okay.
Make it pop. So it's not franchise, it's franchise with no vows.
So you can follow me at CaSandra Vaughn, CaSandra Vaughn on Instagram. J Claxton is at J Claxton, JAYCLAXTON.
Okay.
Of course, you can follow at Franchise TV on Instagram and download and subscribe. We're on every platform. There's no excuse. It's free to subscribers, content creators, content at thefranchisetv.com. Send us your pitch deck. There is a cost for content creators. Don't think about how many people your project's getting out to.
Yep. Say that number again. It's
605
million.
Globally, not locally.
Right. Say real quick. I'm gonna let y'all go, but actually out at an event, and somebody came up to me and was like, and I was like, yeah, like I'm not used to that yet. So they were like, you're real. I saw you all when the walls come tumbling down. And I was like, oh, really? And she was so excited to meet me. So I do want to say that it's definitely getting out there for sure.
It's crazy. Yeah, last night we were at an event that Jay does every Tuesdays. So if you're in the DC, Baltimore, Pennsylvania area, on Tuesdays, Jay is at 8 Allegheny in Towson, Maryland. It's called Silks. So that's bar.
It's called Cigars Under the Sun and Stars.
And I didn't ask you to take over what I was saying. I was going to do it. Okay. I was trying to hype you up. And like I was saying, it's called Cigars Under the Sun and Stars.
Oh, you got that sexy voice. You got that.
I sound like that. You got to sound like that. Like, chill out. Hey, Mr. Stop talking. Right. It's funny because we were talking to his grandmother, well, our grandmother. And she's like, I was like, yeah, your voice don't sound okay. No, I never was. Yeah, but so, and interesting enough, a young lady came in and with someone, but they couldn't take the cigar aroma. So they left, but she dropped him off and came back because one, she had been in a meeting with us maybe a year ago now. And two, because she follows us. She said, I just wanted to come back and tell you how dope y'all were.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Right.
It's a blessing, man. Try to make sure we keep our karma good.
For sure. How humble both of them are. Like, for real. Y'all are really like two of the most humblest people that I met. For y'all, that's that y'all have. Like, yeah, for real. Like, on set with y'all, it's true.
He said, friends.
Yeah, sometimes I ain't gonna like, I'm going to say something.
a lot of one of our friends, and you actually know the woman. She was like, because y'all celebrities, I was like, who's a celebrity?
Right.
Hey, man, get out of here. Ain't nobody celebrity, I don't look at it like that. I look at it like God gave me gifts, and we have managed to be able to cultivate them together.
Got you.
And for us, it's more so of being a blessing to others. We don't really we do this because it's what we love. So for us, it's more so about being a blessing.
Got you.
And that's really what we pray about.
Every day.
For sure.
I'm not gonna lie, we pray about you.
Okay.
Like,
Me as in me personally?
yeah, like our goal.
I mean, I do like you, even though I said no.
Right.
Just one of those things. Whether she likes me or not, she asks me.
Really, our goal is really to,
Right.
I ask God to continue to be our supporter and be the person who puts money in our pocket so that we can take and in turn make sure the family good and our friends and loved ones are good. I want to change your I want to change your life. We want to change your life.
I want my life to be changed.
That's really
Surround yourself with people who pour into you. I say these two right here have poured into me. Last year, I feel like, just 2 years ago, maybe. Like, we met in 23 of 2023. So December 2023.
It was the year my dad died.
Oh, okay.
So, boy, that's what it's about.
Right.
It's about really helping y'all, and the ones who supposed to be there will rise to the top.
That part.
So,
surround yourself with winners.
Yeah, that's it. I
only want that pour into you.
Yeah, I know. I heard you.
You ain't like us.
Nah, but you sound a little bit, you gotta wait till your voice get back.
I don't want to be around anybody that's not any value.
So look, I'm not gonna take over, but
let's go.
It's been an hour.
I was about to say we are gonna have to wrap up. I tried to wrap up, and then y'all went a little further. Jay was here till midnight. Midnight. Shout out Bianca Studios again. Shout out to me. Right. Make sure you count your pictures before they and Bianca. So shout out Bianca Studios again, my sponsor, as well as Street Corner Fashions. I'm gonna tag that, as well as I'm gonna tag franchise in the comments, so you all can go ahead and look at all of that. We are going to wrap it up, but I love to ask my guests one last question. You can answer if you choose. If you don't want to answer, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, fine. So next question, you probably won't. So Jay Claxton, if you had to write a letter to your younger self, what would you tell your younger self? I know what I would tell myself. What's your answering? So fly. And so, Mama Jones is no longer. I'm trying to be on my best behavior.
I would write a letter. Make sure that you spend time with your family and friends. You cannot get your time back, right? You can't. It's the only thing that you can't get back in the world. You can get back, material, money, all of that stuff. You can't get time back. So you got to make the best out of your time, and not everybody that you're associated with wishes the best for you.
Right.
So when you start to see things that don't necessarily add up, you should probably go with what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Trust your gut.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what gotta make your mistakes. You gotta go through it. You gotta go through the process. That's the way we learn. And don't be afraid to fail. Like just go. Just shoot. You know what I mean? You miss 1,000% of the shots you can't. You miss 1,000% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
So shoot. You know what I mean? Shoot again all the time. Go. Shoot your jumper. Go hard all the time.
Okay.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that wisdom.
If I had to write something to my
Yeah, she said she ain't know what my question was. She ain't know it was a nice question.
Honestly, if I had to write my younger self a letter, I would tell my younger self, you are enough. Everything that is inside of you is what God gave you, and follow exactly the plan that God has laid out, and don't divert it, and just stick the course, because you are enough. Despite what anybody says, you are enough. despite people saying you can't do it. If God gives it to you, it's for you to succeed on.
Okay, thank you. That's what's up.
Gotta motivate you.
Right. I love it.
I'm gonna show you. I'm a winner, bro.
Okay. Thank you so much for Prince's. Right. You see, she's a director. All right. So I want to thank you both for coming out for sure on this Wednesday evening and chilling with me and Be True with Ru. I do appreciate you. You cannot kill me for anything that I said. Kill me off on the show, guys. Okay. I'll try to be on my best behavior. I said it proper and everything. Thank you, Jay Claxton and Dr. Cash for coming through. Thank you, Tyler J, for doing background. She's been doing her little wigs and laughs and things. So thank you for coming through. Thank you again to Beyond Studios. Thank you to Street Corner Fashion, my two sponsors. Aw, we good. And that's it.
That's it.
We wrap. So I will see you all next week. Real quick. Next week, we're gonna have Steven Spike Coleman. He is the owner of a lot of businesses. So you will get to meet him not next week, 2 weeks on the 29th. So we'll have him for that episode. Thank you. Be True with Ru. See you next time. Love you guys.